Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all West Virginia students, sponsored by West Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at WVACRAO.org. The presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, WVACRAO.org. I'd now like to turn it over to our presenters.
Hi, guys. So while I am sharing my screen with you all, I will begin by introducing myself. So my name is Alyssa Hager. I am a recruitment coordinator here at Marshall University. So I actually graduated from Marshall in 2017 with my bachelor's in public communication. So if you have any questions about what it's like to be a student, please feel free to ask us in the chat or out loud. But yeah, I am an alumni, so I definitely know what it's like to be a student on campus. But just a little bit about Marshall, if you aren't familiar. So we are located in Huntington, West Virginia. Huntington is home to about 46,000 residents. Marshall itself is home to about 13,000 students. So I like to say that it's a mid-sized campus. You kind of get the best of both worlds. It's not too big, it's not too small, which is a really great perk of being a student at Marshall. So for those larger scale perks, you are part of a Division I athletic school, and you do get free admission to all the games on campus. And in terms of another aspect of being in a large scale university, we're a tier 2 research institution. So what that means is we have a multi-million-dollar research fund for undergraduate students and also graduate students as well. And then on the smaller aspect of things, we have a 19-to-1 staff student ratio. So basically what that means is about 50% of your classes will have fewer than 20 students in them. So you do get a lot of one-on-one time with professors and a lot of great opportunities for research and internships. And then if you haven't visited Marshall or Huntington before, so we are located right in the middle of the city, and it's super easy to get to and from class. So it only takes about 15 minutes to get from one side of campus all the way to the other. So I'll begin talking a little bit about our majors. Marshall does have over 150 majors. I won't waste your time and list all of them, but if I missed one, definitely feel free to ask in the chat. But Marshall's made up of 8 colleges. So our College of Arts and Media includes majors like theater, art, we have mass communication, broadcast journalism. And then our Lewis College of Business is home to our world-renowned business program. We're super excited that Marshall's Business School is rated the best in the country this year per the Princeton Review. And we also have a nationally and internationally accredited accounting program, an entrepreneurship program, and also marketing. So our College of Education and Professional Development is reserved for those who wish to become a teacher. So fun fact, Marshall actually started out as a teaching college, and we've been going strong ever since. So we do have options for early education, we have early childhood, we have post-secondary education, we have elementary education, special needs. So all of that is going to be reserved for you. And then another great thing about our program at Marshall is that you will start in the classroom as early as your sophomore year. So our College of Health Professions is probably our largest college at Marshall. So that includes everything from nursing to dietetics to physical therapy. I'll also mention that Marshall does have a physical therapy school located behind the football arena, not the basketball arena, the football stadium. We also have majors like social work, we have sonography, we have occupational therapy, athletic training. All of that's going to be in the College of Health Professions. Our College of Engineering and Computer Sciences is home to all of our engineering programs. So we have civil, mechanical, biomedical, electrical, and aviation engineering. We also have majors in computer sciences like cybersecurity. Our College of Liberal Arts is a great college at Marshall. I'm a little biased because that's where I graduated from, but we do have public communication, we have international affairs, we have creative writing, anthropology, sociology, and then we also have our political science department and psychology department. And at Marshall, you can get your bachelor's, master's, and PhD in psychology. Our College of Science has all of those pre's. So we have pre-med, pre-pharmacy, pre-dentistry, and pre-veterinarian. And we also have a pharmacy and a med school at Marshall. We offer programs like our BSN to MD program, which helps you kind of get that partnership with our med school. So those are really great things to look for as well. And then also in our College of Science, we have conservation and wildlife, and then also criminal justice. So University College is reserved for students who aren't quite sure yet what they want to major in, and that's totally okay. You're only 18, so you definitely don't have to know exactly what you want to be yet. So that's why we give you until your sophomore year to get an idea of what it is that you'd be interested in majoring in. And until then, you'll be placed into University College. So for our admission process, we just need a completed application fee, $40 application fee, your high school transcript, a copy of your ACT or SAT scores, and then your immunization records. And then I will mention that right now, Marshall is test optional for the 2021 academic school year. So that is something to look out for when submitting your full application at Marshall. I also will say that we have waived the requirements also for in-state students at Marshall for our merit-based scholarships, and I'll touch on those just a little bit. So these are our admission requirements if you do plan on submitting your test scores. So we will accept a 2.0 GPA with a 19 ACT or 990 SAT. We'll also accept a 3.0 GPA with a 16 ACT or an 880 SAT. So if you're like me, I wasn't a super great test taker, so I definitely relied a little bit more on my GPA. And then these are majors with special requirements. So music requires an audition, and the College of Science, also engineering, all those medical programs do require sometimes a higher math score and also a higher score in science. So these right here are our merit-based scholarships. And the way that these are broken up is into several categories. So whichever category that you fall under, you will be awarded that every year for up to 4 years. So this isn't just a one-time thing. And anything that you see here will be tacked on to other financial aid that you receive at Marshall. So if you do qualify for the Promise Scholarship and also the Board of Governors, then you are looking at $4,000 per year, plus how much you ever get from Promise. So I also will mention, if you have been admitted into Marshall, we did launch a new scholarship portal this year. So if you're interested, you can go onto our website and look for private scholarships. And we do have over 300. You'll fill out an application, and then it will auto assign you to the ones that you're eligible for, which I think is really great and speeds up the process. So I'll briefly go over these. This is academic life at Marshall. So all of the services right here are completely free to you guys as Marshall students. They're included in your tuition. Career services is really great. That will help you set up mock interviews. That will also help you find a job on campus and then before you graduate. We have tutoring services available for students. We have 24-hour counseling available for you guys as well. Our writing center works similar to tutoring, but you'll submit a paper prior to it being due, and they will submit you feedback in return. Our advising, you will be assigned an advisor, and that will be the person that you check in with every semester to make sure you're on track for graduation. And then we do have clubs and organizations that will help you network as well. Student life at Marshall is really great. Student activities, we have comedy shows. Sometimes they give out free tickets to go to the movie theater. They host events on Buskirk Field. So there's always something kind of going on campus. The Marshall Artist Series is probably my favorite part about Marshall. So we invite performers from all over the country to perform for you guys as Marshall students. So in the past, we've had Ed Sheeran, we've had Ella May, we've had Casey Musgraves. So we've had a lot of really great and talented people to perform for you guys as Marshall students. Our rec center is also included in your tuition, and we have an Olympic style pool. We have 4 basketball courts, racquetball courts, and a rock climbing wall. I'll also mention that our rec center is completely separate from athletics, so you aren't competing with facilities. Athletics, we are Division I athletic school, but we also have intramural sports as well if you're interested. We have fraternity and sorority life. About 500 of our students participate in Greek life at Marshall's campus, if that's something you're interested in. And then we do have over 200 clubs and organizations. So that can be anything from rock climbing club to fishing club to Netflix club. It just depends on what you guys are interested in. So I will go ahead and end this right here, and I will go to our website. This is our Office of Admissions website to visit campus. So if you scroll down here, you will see where you can launch our Green and White Day open house. So it's full of information about each academic program at Marshall, and it also includes 4-year plans. So a great thing about the 4-year catalog is if you're interested in a specific major, you can go on the 4-year catalog and it'll show you what classes you'll take starting from your freshman year all the way to your senior year. So these are our daily tours. Right now, Marshall is offering 4 tours a day, Monday through Friday, and we offer them at 9 a.m., at 11 a.m., at 1 p.m., and also we offer them at 3 p.m. So we do offer student school excuses too. So there is no pressure whenever it comes to that. And it will be myself or another recruitment coordinator who will be giving your tour. And you're in luck because all of our recruitment coordinators are Marshall alum. So you can definitely feel like you're in the right hands. So there are other options for taking a tour. So if you look and see here, there's going to be register for daily tour. We also have one-on-one virtual tours as well. So that will allow you to sign in through Skype, and we will walk you around campus and give you a one-on-one virtual tour experience. And then there's also a virtual tour option here where you can click through. So you won't interact with anyone, but you'll be able to click through and visit campus sort of like that. So this is a great time for you all to ask questions, and you can type those into the chat. You can also feel free to ask those, but right now I'm going to launch our 73 questions with Marshall recruiters and play that for you guys while you type questions into the chat.
Excuse me, are you Matt?
Yes. Hi, welcome to Marshall University. I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm excited to be here. So, are you ready to answer 73 questions?
Absolutely, I am.
Well, first question, where are we?
Sorry about that for just a second. I will try to reshare my screen for you guys so that, there we go. Okay, let me go ahead and make it full screen and we'll try this again. Sorry about that, guys.
Obviously, we're here at Marshall University, but more specifically, right now we are in the Memorial Student Center.
What's the Student Center?
Well, the Student Center is kind of like the midpoint of campus. It's where a lot of students like to come and hang out in between their classes. They can chill by a fireplace, get a little bit of homework done, or they can go over to the bookstore.
Well, what is your favorite thing about the Memorial Student Center?
That's hard. My favorite thing about the Student Center, well, it's newly renovated, so it's like a super nice, clean, fresh place to be able to hang out. And it's just nice to be able to come here in between classes, get a little bit of homework done, and it's right beside a Starbucks. I'm actually about to go get a cup of coffee. You want to go?
Sure.
All right, cool.
So, what's your go-to order when you come here?
Oh, when I'm here, I always get a venti pie place roast.
Venti pie place roast for Matt. All right, Matt, if you could describe Marshall in one word, what would it be?
Family.
Why?
Well, there's just this strong sense of community here that I've never felt anywhere else in the entire world.
If Marshall were an animal, what would it be?
Oh, a bison.
Why is that?
Well, because that's what our mascot is. His name is Marco.
I thought Marshall was the Thundering Herd.
Well, I mean, collectively, we are the Thundering Herd, but our main man on campus, that's Marco.
Is he single?
As of right now, yes, he is single. But back in the 1980s, Marco actually had a girlfriend. Her name was Marsha, and I'm pretty sure they broke up.
Oh, bummer. So where are we off to now?
Well, so now we are off to the College of Education and Professional Development. It's housed in one of our oldest buildings on campus, but it's recently been renovated with all new windows, smart boards, and simulation science labs.
What kind of classes are held here?
Well, like I mentioned, this is home to our College of Education and Professional Development. So any students that are interested in going into the teaching profession or working in schools, this is where they're going to have the majority of their classes. You know, fun fact, Marshall was actually first established as a teaching college all the way back in 1837.
Wow, Marshall has really grown a lot since then. What other colleges does Marshall have?
Well, here, let's cut through this building and I'll take you over to Pritchard Hall where our College of Health Professions is.
Hey, Matt. Who's this?
This is Victoria. She's one of the recruitment coordinators here with the university. I'd love to hang around, but I gotta go to the rec. See you all later.
See ya. Hey, Victoria. Are you a Marshall alum?
I am. I graduated in 2014 with my bachelor's in advertising, and then again in 2016 with my master's in public relations.
Cool. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is the enrollment process at Marshall?
We try to make it a perfect 10. We as recruitment coordinators work with students, their parents, and their guidance counselors just to make the process as seamless as possible.
So Matt mentioned that this building, Pritchard Hall, is home to the College of Health Professions. What kind of majors are in health professions?
Health professions has majors like nursing, dietetics, medical lab sciences, medical imaging. We also have athletic training, and that takes place right over there in Gullickson Hall.
Nursing is a really popular major. What options does Marshall have?
We have a 2-year option through St. Mary's. We have a 4-year bachelor's degree. Both are great pathways if you want to become an RN.
Right, so I saw a sign back there that said counseling center. Can you tell me about that?
Yes. We have 3 mental health counseling for all of our students. They're available 24 hours a day, whether by walk-in or by appointment.
So Marshall really takes care of its students, huh?
Yes, we really want this to be their home away from home.
Awesome. So on a different note, if you could spend the day with any Marshall alum, who would it be?
Probably Chad Pennington, so he could teach me how to throw a football.
I see Harris Hall. What's that?
Harris Hall is home to our College of Liberal Arts. It has majors like geography, history, psychology, sociology.
Did you have any classes in Harris?
I did. I had a history class in Harris. All of our students have to take general education courses. That way, when they graduate, they get a really well-rounded degree.
I'm so impressed. And it literally took us maybe like 2 tries. Talented.
Hey, Alex, are you a recruitment coordinator too?
I am. Welcome to campus.
Nice to meet you. So what's up with this greenhouse?
So this greenhouse is actually part of our science building, which houses our College of Science. And if you were, a lot of our classes are hands-on. They come with an accompanying lab. So if you take one in environmental science or something similar, you might have a lab in this building.
Cool. I majored in forensic sciences as an undergrad. Does Marshall have that?
Yeah, we also have forensic chemistry, digital forensics, and some of our master's programs are among the best in the nation, as well as undergraduate programs in medicine, dentistry, veterinary science, and pharmacy.
Wow, it sounds like Marshall really has a ton of pathways into the medical field. Does Marshall have its own medical school?
Yes, we have our own medical school, as well as our own pharmacy and physical therapy schools. And with our recent designation as an R2 doctoral institution, those undergraduate research opportunities are expanded. And that marks us as one of the top 6% of research schools in the nation.
Wow, that is really impressive. Hey, what's up with these boats?
That's a good question, and we get it all the time. These are actually part of the College of Science as well, and our science students can take them out on local water systems and waterways to collect samples and bring them back for classroom studies.
That sounds really fun. Hey, let's head to our next stop.
Yeah.
So, where are we now?
We are in the Arthur Weisberg Applied Engineering Complex. This is one of our newest buildings on campus and one of only 7 LEED certified buildings in the state of West Virginia, marking its commitment to the environmental impact and sustainability of the building.
Engineering, cool. What kind of majors are here?
So our entire College of Engineering is here. We have majors from civil and mechanical to biomedical, electrical, as well as computer science programs too.
What's the coolest thing about this building?
In my opinion, it's that this building actually has a green roof. So a living roof of mosses and other small plant life that filters all of the rainwater that falls off the building. Our students can use that in classroom studies, different things, and it even provides the water for one of the toilets in the building.
That sounds really high tech. Hey, can we sneak into a classroom over
I don't know, but we can try.
This looks really nice. What's the average class size here at Marshall?
So our average class size is about 20 to 1. So 20 students to every 1 professor. We like to keep our class sizes small because it gives our students a lot more one-on-one opportunities and specialized attention with their professors.
So when you were a student, were you a back row or front row kind of person?
I'll say a middle row kind of guy, but I do have one more thing to show you, and we can go check it out now.
Awesome.
And we're here.
What's this?
This is Buzzkirk Field. It's our main quad here on campus. And when students are here, they'll play ultimate frisbee, have picnics, host fundraisers, or walk their pets here.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It is, but here's my other friend, Alyssa. Let me go introduce you to her.
Great. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, thanks for coming. Let's head this way.
Awesome. So I heard that Matthew McConaughey filmed a movie on this campus. Is that true?
He did. So the famous chanting scene from We Are Marshall was actually shot in that window up there.
Oh, cool. What's this building called?
So this was Morrow Library. It was our first and originally only library on campus until 1998. But now we use it to host archives for the university. It's also a government repository that holds over 1 million documents.
Wow, that's a lot of items. How do they all fit?
Well, in the basement, we have something called the stacks, and it's just rows and rows of books. I've actually heard it's haunted.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, let's head to Smith Hall before the ghosts show up.
Wow, this looks like a huge building. How many floors are there?
Yeah, there's 8 floors, and it's also split up into 3 sections. So there's Smith Hall, there's Smith Music Hall, and there's also our communications building. So it has so many different departments in it. That's why it's so big.
Like what?
Let's see, there's communication studies, communication disorders, journalism, and let's see, modern languages. But I can show you a little bit about them if you're interested.
Absolutely.
All right, follow me. So this is our atrium. It's just a fun, cool place for students to hang out in between classes. They can also grab a snack, a Starbucks drink, anything like that. And then behind us is our College of Arts and Media. And then over here to my left is our School of Journalism. And we have a student-run newspaper called the Parthenon. And then we also have a radio station called WMUL.
But I thought the Parthenon was in Greece.
It is, but they let us borrow the name.
So what was your major?
I was a communication studies major with an emphasis in public communication.
Were you in any clubs?
I was a member of the speech and debate team, which, fun fact, is Marshall's most winning team on campus.
Cool. So what else is down here?
Well, we have the Burke Art Gallery, classrooms, and then we also have our Listening Language Learning Lab, or better known as the L, which is West Virginia's first preschool program that provides services to children with hearing loss.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So listen, if you could choose one building to spend the night in, what would it be?
Smith Hall. I think I have spent the night in here, come to think of it. I wish I could show you more, but I need to hand you off to our recruiter.
Are you Megan?
Oh, hi. I'm Melissa's friend and another Marshall recruitment coordinator. How are you?
Doing good. Nice to meet you.
So I kind of couldn't let you finish touring campus without showing you our oldest and most beautiful building, in my opinion.
No kidding, it's gorgeous. What is it used for?
This is Old Main. Back in the day, this was the sole place on campus where students lived and took classes, as well as contained professors' offices. Currently, Old Main is home to our president's office, the bursar's office, admissions, the registrar, and financial aid. The College of Liberal Arts also has offices in this building.
Wow. So, Megan, are you a Marshall grad?
Yes, I graduated with my degree in business management in 2016, and I will have my MBA from Marshall at the end of this year.
Hey, what's this button for?
Don't press that unless you want MUPD to show up. This is part of an emergency response system. Those poles are scattered all throughout campus, and an operator stays on the line with you until help arrives within 90 seconds.
Wow, so is campus safe?
In my opinion, campus is very safe. We have two separate police departments, both MUPD and the Huntington Police Department. MUPD patrols on foot, bike, and by patrol car 24 hours a day. But let's head to Drinko Library.
Great.
Drinko Library, our second and main library on campus. There are 3 floors of books, study rooms, and computers available for students to use. IT services and the writing center is also located here.
Awesome. How many computers do you guys have here?
Well, I don't know off the top of my head, but we can check using this board to see how many are available. You can also choose between a Mac or a PC.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
I'm more of a PC girl myself. So can you describe for us your freshman year at Marshall?
Actually, I was a transfer student to Marshall and only completed my last 2 years of undergrad here. But before you ask, yes, it was really easy to bring my credits in and finish my degree on time.
Interesting. So can you describe your senior year at Marshall?
Well, I like to think that I made the absolute most of that time in my life. I spent every day with my friends and maybe had a touch of senioritis.
Drinko was really nice. Did you spend a lot of time there as a student?
Probably not as much as I should have, but follow me and I'm going to take you to the John Marshall statue.
Great. Wait, who is John Marshall?
John Marshall was the 4th Supreme Court Justice and Marshall University's namesake. Fun fact, the school was not founded by him. John Laidley named the school after his friend 2 years after his passing.
Wow, what a great friend. Who's one of your Marshall BFFs?
Michael Horde, and oddly enough, he's right here to finish taking you on the rest of your tour.
Hey, Michael.
Hi,
So, Michael, since you're a Marshall alum, what was your major here?
I actually studied theater here and I graduated in Marshall's most recent class.
Wow. So, theater, what's your favorite show?
Definitely Little Shop of Horrors.
That's a good one. How would you rate your experience as a Marshall student?
10. One of my favorite experiences here was actually working in the theater because I gained so many life skills that I can use.
Hey, what's that building over there?
Oh, that's Corbally Hall. So the top floor is home to our nursing labs, as well as that is where we have our English classes, and that is the home of our College of Business.
Wow, would you ever own your own business?
I'm working on it.
Does Marshall's College of Business help prepare students to own their own businesses?
Yes. So Marshall alum Brad Smith, who just finished his run as the CEO of Intuit, which is the company that runs things such as TurboTax, just donated $25 million to Marshall so that we can lay the groundwork for our new College of Business.
Wow, that is a lot of money. What would you do with $25 million?
I would buy a vacation home, buy a real home, and then use the rest to start that business.
So it looks like we're back where we started. Is the academic side of campus laid out like a big circle?
Yeah, so all of campus is actually just one big rectangle, and it's broken into a academic side, which is what we just saw, and then a residential side. The student center is actually the middle of campus, and you can get from one end to the other in about 10 to 15 minutes.
What's your favorite shape?
Rhombus.
Isn't that just a square?
You're a square for asking that.
Okay. Hey, I saw this fountain earlier. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, that is our memorial fountain.
What's it in honor of?
So it is in honor of the 75 football players, coaches, staff, and community members who passed away in a plane crash back in 1970.
Does it stay on like this all year?
No, so in the fall, on the anniversary of the plane crash, we actually have a ceremony where we turn it back on.
Oh, that is a really beautiful tribute. I see a lot of tables around the student center. Do students hang out here pretty frequently?
Yeah, especially whenever it's warm, people like to gather here to study, eat, or just hang out.
Okay, final question.
Okay.
Speaking of eating, I am starving after this tour. Where is the best place to grab food on campus?
So the Student Center has options such as Chick-fil-A, Steak and Shake, and Italian. But then we have Powers Marketplace, which has a Denny's, a market in it, and then sushi. And then we have Harless Dining Hall across the street, which is more of a buffet style, and they make killer omelets.
Those omelets sound amazing. Breakfast food is my favorite. I think I'm going to check out Harless. Well, thank you for helping answer 73 questions today.
No problem. And a formal Marshall send-off, I'm going to say we are, and you say Marshall. So we are...
Hi everyone, Victoria here with Marshall University. I just wanted to check in with you guys. If you guys have any final questions for us, feel free to put them in the chat and we can answer them out loud. And a couple notes while you guys are thinking of those questions or typing them out. If you go to marshall.edu/experience, we have all of our virtual and in-person options available for you guys to choose from. If you're a senior and want to apply or haven't applied yet, we are waiving that $40 application fee for the foreseeable future. So if you apply through our website, marshall.edu/apply, we can waive that fee for you. We're not able to waive fees through Common App. So if you are wanting to apply to Marshall and get that fee waived, make sure you do it directly through our website and not through Common App. Does anyone have any questions about maybe test optional or specific majors or anything like that? We have about 10 minutes left, so feel free to type those in and we can answer them for you guys. You can even quiz us if you want. Any question you've ever thought of, we will answer. And while we're waiting, I will just quickly go through the ones that we had asked over while Alyssa was presenting for us. Favorite place to eat on campus? I said Chick-fil-A. It's very popular here. There's always a line out the door for that. Also in the Student Center where Chick-fil-A is located, we have a Steak and Shake as well as a restaurant called La Familia. It's a local Italian restaurant, but they do pizza and pasta. It's really good. And then Harless Dining Hall is the second option. That's kind of that traditional style dining hall. It's a buffet, so you go in, swipe, you can eat as much as you want, so it can get dangerous, but they normally do like pizza, burgers, fries. There's a salad bar. There's kind of like a home cooked bar, that sort of thing. We just had another question came through about, do we have an orchestra? We absolutely do. We have the marching band, which I know is not orchestra, but we have marching band. We have the drum corps and fife. There's an orchestra, so there's a ton of different musical based clubs and organizations you can get involved in. You do not have to be a music major to participate in those. You're more than welcome to do both. But if you want to study something like psychology or nursing and still participate in music affiliated programs, you're more than welcome to do that. We also just added a musical theater major this year. It's brand new, so we're excited about that. If we have any musical theater fans in the audience tonight. And back to food, because that's all I know how to talk about. Aside from Harless and the Student Center, we have Towers Dining Hall. Towers is another food court style dining hall. So that has the Den by Denny's. So it's like pizza, or not pizza, it's burgers and breakfast food. It has a Chinese restaurant in it. It has sushi. There's also the 1837 Market, which is like a grab and go deli type of place as well. We have another question. Are there music scholarships available for non-music majors? There definitely are. I think when you go through our scholarship portal on our website, there should be something to choose to say that you're interested in music. If there's not, if you go to marshall.edu/music, you'll be able to find the scholarships through their website as well. And I think when you go to the music website, there's a little pop-up, so you can put your information in there, and the School of Music will be able to communicate with you directly. Good questions. All right, with our time remaining, Alyssa is going to share her screen and show you guys a tour of our residence halls. We have about 9 minutes left. We'll show you both first year options. While she is getting that pulled up, I'll tell you a little bit about them. So we have the first year residence halls, which are all freshmen in those dorms. The nice thing about these rooms is they all have their own bathroom, so you don't have to share with anyone but your roommate, which is super nice. The other option is Towers Residence Hall. Towers is freshman and sophomore. It's normally used as overflow for first year. We do our dorms first come, first serve. So if you do want to get in those first year residence halls and have that private bathroom, you definitely want to be making that decision sooner so you can make sure you turn in your housing application. As far as Towers and first year comparison, the rooms are the same size. Towers has a little bit more storage in it, so if you have a lot of stuff, that might be a better option for you. But Towers is going to be that traditional sharing a bathroom with everyone on your floor. We always get questions about roommates and things like that. If you know someone coming to Marshall, you can put each other's names on your housing application, and we can put you guys together that way. If your friend forgets to put your name on theirs or you forgot to put their name on yours, they will not pair you together. So make sure you each put each other's name on there. We also have learning living communities, so you can live on a floor or in a room with someone in the same major or college as you. I always recommend this because it's a great way to meet people in your major, but you can also have someone to study with because you guys are probably going to be taking similar classes. And finally, if you just don't know it all, they do kind of a questionnaire. They'll ask you, are you an early bird? Are you a night owl? Are you messy? Are you more tidy? Just to kind of pair you with people that are similar to you. And that is kind of my little overview about the dorms. I'm going to turn it over to Alyssa so she can share her screen and show you some videos.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go to our hall comparison page. And if you want to access this on your own, then all you have to do is type in the hall comparison into your address bar for Marshall University. I'll quickly play this video. We shot these for every hall, but this is going to be for first year. Okay, so something similar to this is going to be on every single hall comparison. And then if you scroll down here, then you will see the dimensions for the bedrooms, the bathrooms, and also the windows. And if you ever need to contact anyone, this is our Housing and Residence Life website. So it's for future students, current students. You can get involved. There's resources and also employment. If you're interested in working as an RA, you can do that as well. But does anyone have any quick questions that they would like to ask out loud? Victoria and I will be, I'm sorry, not out loud, but in the chat. But Victoria and I will be available to answer questions for you guys. So definitely feel free to ask. Or if you would like to ask us any questions about what it's like to be a student. And then I will also pose this as a question. What are you all looking for in a college? And we will be able to answer that. I do think Marshall is a very well-rounded university, especially since Victoria and I both went here as students. So if you have questions for us, or if you would like to answer the question of what you are looking for in a college.
Alyssa is currently hanging out in front of Old Main, and I'm hanging out in front of the M.
We both have different versions of the M.
And just some final notes before we end. Just be thinking about, you definitely want to go to a school that has the major you're looking for, but also think about kind of the campus size you would be comfortable with and things like that. That's something I really wasn't considering when I was looking for a college, but I'm so glad I ended up at Marshall because I really think mid-size was the perfect size for me. I always tell students we have all the perks of a bigger university with Division I athletics, nationally ranked and accredited programs, and a beautiful campus. But the perks of that smaller university with smaller class sizes and more one-on-one opportunities. Me personally, I was in our School of Journalism, which is probably not as popular as programs like nursing or things like that. So by the time of my senior year, I had like 10 to 12 people in my classes, which I loved because we kind of become a close-knit family. I had all of my professors' cell phone numbers so I could text them if I needed anything. And I don't feel like I would have gotten that same experience at another school. So those are kind of my favorite things about Marshall, and definitely something you guys should consider when looking for a college.
Absolutely. And if you ever need to contact us, you can contact us through our number, through our website on Marshall's Welcome Center. And then you can also visit our recruitment website as well. As I mentioned earlier, if you need to schedule a tour, or if you need to sign up for a virtual visit or do our virtual open house, those are all going to be options for you. We're always looking for ways to engage with students. Also, we have uploaded virtual visits on our website that will announce our visit for your high school. So if you would like to visit our website, that is on our admissions webpage, and that will allow you to type in your high school's name, and it'll show you when or if an upcoming visit is scheduled. So that's also a way to keep track. So if, say, for instance, you would like to meet with us and ask more questions one-on-one, then you have another opportunity to do that.
And we have 2 minutes left. So if you have anything on your mind, feel free to type it. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your evening to learn more about Marshall University. I know things are a little bit crazy right now, so we really appreciate you guys making that time for us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for allowing us to present to you. We hope that you learned a lot of information about Marshall, and we hope that we are able to give you a tour and show you around.
Gonna stop your video and keep it up.
All right. Well, hey, everyone, thank you for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to check out the full additional session list at WVACRAO.org. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at WVACRAO.org. Thank you all. Have a great night and stay safe and healthy.